Hello, everybody. This is my first experience with C.L.A.P, and this is the first time I've even written a travel story or I've tried to write one. I hope you all like it. So, my story is about Lakshadweep Island, which I had gone with my family um, last year in October, and I've named it Set Sail to Lakshadweep. My majestic experience in Lakshadweep started from 12th October, and I enjoyed in those virgin serene islands till 18th October 2019. I could only enjoy my vacation at Lakshadweep as my maternal uncle had researched a lot and also done the bookings for our stay. Lakshadweep is a group of 36 islands from which only 10 are inhabited. It's a land of Muslims. There's only one airport in Lakshadweep in one of its minuscule islands called Agati. But when you land on that airstrip, it feels heavenly. Water all around, beautiful waves running on that white sand around the airstrip. It was quite a different experience. We usually just go to the belt and collect our luggage. But here, airport workers were dragging our luggage to bring it to us. As soon as we reached, we started to check our phones. There was no network. Then we realized we were on this beautiful island on a mobile free vacation. There was hardly any public transport, just a few cars. But indeed, it was a picturesque view to see lagoons on one side and coral beaches on another side as you were traveling on that narrow strip of land. Then we boarded a high-speed carrier from Magati to reach Lakshadweep's capital, Kavarati. It was a 2.5 hours long journey. They were playing a Malayalam movie. I could hardly understand what they said, but maybe I could figure out what was happening. Kavarati Island is a small 5.5 kilometer stretch of land in the Arabian Sea. There we stayed in a navy mess with its own private beach, with pretty corals all around. Oh, I forgot to tell you, it's prohibited to take corals from the Lakshadweep Islands. This navy mess was situated on the east side of the Kavarati Islands. There, there were coral beaches. Moving to the west sides, there were lagoons, which are shallow water beaches. There is less of construction on the west side as compared to the east side. On the second day of our journey, we roamed around on the island. There was not much of vegetation, but enormous tall coconut trees. The sweetness of coconut water here cannot be found anywhere in India. Just before the sunset, we went for snorkeling. We went only about 6 meters deep in the sea and saw a variety of fish, but not as much as we were going to see the next day. At last, we went to the jetty to view the charming, peaceful, unforgettable sunset. Oh, nobody would have ever seen a sunset as beautiful as that. The million shades of yellow, red, and orange colliding with the blue sea. Not even an artist could have depicted that scene. Who knew the third day was going to be one of the most adventurous day of my life? Now, you will be thinking, what was I going to do? To tell you, I was about to jump in the sea, 30 meters deep, to visit the world ruled by fishes. Yes, I was about to do scuba diving with a heavy oxygen cylinder on my mask, on my back, and a mask covering half of my face. Don't worry, you cannot feel the oxygen cylinder on your body in water. After that jump, there was a lot of pressure exerted on my ears. It felt my ears were bursting. After all, scuba diving is not everyone's cup of tea. I saw numerous corals with tips of neon blue color. That world was way more attractive than ours. Fishes, colorful, vibrant and dull, white and black, long and short, thin and fat. That was a memory. That world was way more attractive than ours. Fishes, colorful, vibrant and dull, white and black, long and short, thin and fat. That was a memory that will never erase from my mind. I saw numerous corals with tips of neon blue color. As I went deeper, I saw turtles with natural checkered patterns on their backs. I really felt nervous, thinking, would I be encountering a real shark? A wonderful experience. Finally, towards the end of the day, I was climbing many steps, not for exercising, but to reach the top of the lighthouse in Kavaratti to see the sunset. The sunset was much better from that height. I could not take the picture of the sunset from that level as the sun was really bright, but my pictures came out great. The tall, long coconut trees looked like blades of grass from there. For the fourth and the last day of mine at Kavaratti, I went for glass boat ride, where the base of the boat is made out of glass, so one could see fishes, corals, and aquatic life if when the boat was sailing. It was a beautiful view, but not that of scuba diving. It had its own enjoyment. After that, we went to a mosque, a place where the Muslims pray to Allah, their God. It was a lifetime experience to find such a beautiful mosque where a wooden roof was engraved with beautiful designs in a small island. You had to wear a headgear to enter the mosque. I didn't have one, so I tied a scarf on my head. There were also separate entries for males and females. To end the last day in Kavaratti, we went to a fish museum where I got a lot of information about fishes and saw much more variety of fishes. There was an aquarium, not like those in a house, but a huge one. This is where I saw two small baby sharks, which I wasn't afraid of, and many other species of fishes. Next day, we set sail to explore another island called Bangaram. This island was a really small piece of land, only 500 meters long. It was a resort island with cottages, restaurant, bar, and helicopter landing area. This is mainly where the foreigners come, as reaching here is not an issue and there are many facilities. Most of the things here were made out of coconut trees, such as the roof, house, furniture. Some part of the trees were left and lights were placed inside them. These lamp-like structures represented street lights, a very intelligent idea, I must say. We could also use them as benches when the lights were off. Also, the stuff here was expensive. We went snorkeling here, not so much different than before, but I found a starfish here which closes itself like a ball to protect itself. I did not forget to bring fish food this time. Whenever I took out fish food in my hand, the fishes would come and eat it. I even felt some fishes. They were really slippery. Near to Bangaram, there were three islands. You could stay on those islands using a tent. More of a camping experience. After that, we had a dinner. Our last dinner was besides the beach, with the sea reflecting the moonlight. Next morning, we sailed to Agati flight to come back home. But I knew I had to come back home. I controlled my emotions and waved off to Lakshmi. Maybe I would come back here in future. Thank you.